Malachi, introduction by Jonathan Domingo. The book of Malachi brings the Old Testament to a close with a voice that is both confronting and deeply reflective. After the return from exile, the rebuilding of the temple, and the renewed activity of worship, something subtle yet serious has happened. The people have not turned away from God outright, but their devotion has grown cold. Malachi speaks into this quiet drift, exposing a faith that has become routine, casual, and, at times, careless. It is a fitting final word, not because it resolves everything, but because it prepares the heart for what is to come. God raises up Malachi to speak to a people who are still going through the motions of religion, yet have lost the weight and wonder of what it means to know Him. The structure of the book is unique. It unfolds as a series of dialogues. God makes a statement, and the people respond, often with skepticism or indifference. How have we? This repeated question reveals the condition of their hearts. They are not openly rebellious, they are unaware, or perhaps unwilling to acknowledge how far they have drifted. The first issue God addresses is His love. I have loved you, He says, but the people respond, how have you loved us? This question is revealing. It shows a loss of perspective. God points back to His covenant faithfulness, His choosing of Israel, His sustaining presence. But the people, focused on their present circumstances, failed to recognize it. When gratitude fades, everything else begins to unravel. From there, Malachi turns to the issue of worship. The priests are offering sacrifices, but they are bringing what is blemished, animals that are blind, lame, or sick. Outwardly, the system continues, but inwardly it has lost its reverence. God confronts this directly. You despise my name. The problem is not the absence of worship, it is the quality of it. What is offered to God reflects how He is valued. And here, the people are giving Him what costs them little. Worship has become convenient, not costly. Familiar, not sacred. This leads to a broader theme in Malachi. Honor. If I am a father, where is my honor? If I am a master, where is my fear? God asks. These questions cut deeply. They are not about external compliance, but about the posture of the heart. Honor is not just shown in actions, but in attitude and how seriously we take God, how we regard His presence. Malachi then addresses relationships, particularly marriage. The people have been unfaithful not only to God, but to one another. Divorce and betrayal have become common, reflecting a deeper breakdown in covenant faithfulness. For Malachi, this is not a separate issue, it is connected. How we relate to others reflects how we relate to God. Faithfulness is not compartmentalized. It touches every area of life. Another key issue raised is that of giving. Will a man rob God? Malachi asks. The people again respond, how have we robbed you? The answer, in tithes and offerings. This is not merely about money, it is about trust. The people are holding back, perhaps out of fear or self-protection. But in doing so, they are revealing a lack of confidence in God's provision. Malachi calls them to return, to test God's faithfulness, to trust that He will provide. This section highlights an important truth. Generosity reflects trust. When we believe God is our source, we can give freely. When we rely on ourselves, we tend to hold back. Throughout the book, there is a recurring theme of weariness. The people have grown tired. Worship feels burdensome. Obedience feels optional. There is a sense that following God is no longer worth the effort. Some even say it is vain to serve God. This is a dangerous place. Not open rebellion, but quiet disengagement. And yet, even here, there is a remnant. Malachi speaks of those who feared the Lord and spoke with one another. God takes notice of them. A book of remembrance is written. This is a beautiful moment, a reminder that even when the broader culture drifts, faithfulness still matters. God sees it. He values it. The book then turns again to the day of the Lord. For some, it will be a day of judgment, a refining fire that exposes and purifies. For others, it will be a day of healing and joy. The Son of Righteousness shall rise with healing in its wings. This dual outcome reflects a consistent theme. God's presence brings both exposure and restoration. It reveals what is real and invites what is broken to be made whole. As the book closes, there is a call to remember. Remember the law of Moses, Malachi says. This is not just about recalling information, it is about returning to what God has already revealed. In a time of drift, the answer is not something new, but a renewed commitment to what has been given, and then a final promise. God speaks of sending a messenger, one who will prepare the way, who will turn hearts, who will call people back before the great and dreadful day of the Lord. With this, the Old Testament comes to a close, not with resolution, but with anticipation. For us today, Malachi speaks with quiet but piercing clarity. It challenges us to examine the quality of our faith, not just whether we believe, but how we live that belief out. Are we honoring God, or simply acknowledging Him? Are we giving Him our best, or what is left over? It also addresses the danger of spiritual drift, not dramatic failure, but gradual disengagement. The kind that happens slowly, almost unnoticed, until the heart grows cold. And yet, it offers hope. God still sees. He still calls. He still invites His people to return. The book of Malachi is both a mirror and a doorway. A mirror that shows us where we may have grown casual or complacent, and a doorway that invites us back to renewed reverence, renewed faithfulness, renewed relationship. It ends with a promise, pointing forward. A reminder that God is not finished, that something greater is coming. And in that waiting, it calls us to remain faithful, attentive, and ready. Malachi, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, Wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord. Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. And your eyes shall see, and ye shall say, The Lord will be magnified from the border of Israel. A son honoureth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is mine honour? And if I be the master, where is my fear? Saith the Lord of hosts unto you, O priests that despise my name. And ye say, Wherein have we despised thy name? Ye offer polluted bread upon mine altar. And ye say, Wherein have we polluted thee? In that ye say, The table of the Lord is contemptible. And if ye offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil? And if ye offer the lame and sick, is it not evil? Offer it now unto thy governor. Will he be pleased with thee, or accept thy person? Saith the Lord of hosts. And now, I pray you, beseech God that He will be gracious unto us. This hath been by your means. Will He regard your persons? Saith the Lord of hosts. Who is there even among you that would shut the doors for naught? Neither do ye kindle fire on mine altar for naught. I have no pleasure in you, saith the Lord of hosts. Neither will I accept an offering at your hand. For from the rising of the sun even unto the going down of the same my name shall be great among the Gentiles. And in every place incense shall be offered unto my name, and a pure offering. For my name shall be great among the heathen, saith the Lord of hosts. But ye have profaned it, in that ye say, The table of the Lord is polluted, and the fruit thereof, even his meat, is contemptible. Ye said also, Behold, what a weariness is it! And ye have snuffed at it, saith the Lord of hosts, and ye brought that which was torn, and the lame, and the sick. Thus ye brought an offering. Should I accept this of your hand? Saith the Lord. But cursed be the deceiver, which hath in his flock a male, and voweth, and sacrificeth unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen. And now, O ye priests, this commandment is for you, if ye will not hear, and if ye will not lay it to heart, to give glory unto my name, saith the Lord of hosts, I will even send a curse upon you, and I will curse your blessings. Yea, I have cursed them already, because ye do not lay it to heart. Behold, I will corrupt your seed, and spread dung upon your faces, even the dung of your solemn feasts, and one shall take you away with it. And ye shall know that I have sent this commandment unto you, that my covenant might be with Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. My covenant was with him of life and peace, and I gave them to him for the fear wherewith he feared me, and was afraid before my name. The law of truth was in his mouth, and iniquity was not found in his lips. He walked with me in peace and equity, and did turn many away from iniquity. For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth. for he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts. But ye are departed out of the way, ye have caused many to stumble at the law, ye have corrupted the covenant of Levi, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore have I also made you contemptible and base before all the people, according as ye have not kept my ways, but have been partial in the law. Have we not all one Father? Hath not one God created us? Why do we deal treacherously every man against his brother, by profaning the covenant of our fathers? Judah hath dealt treacherously, and an abomination is committed in Israel and in Jerusalem. For Judah hath profaned the holiness of the Lord which he loved, and hath married the daughter of a strange god. The Lord will cut off the man that doth this, the master and the scholar, out of the tabernacles of Jacob, and him that offereth an offering unto the Lord of hosts. And this have ye done again, covering the altar of the Lord with tears, with weeping, and with crying out, insomuch that he regardeth not the offering any more, or receiveth it with good will at your hand. Yet ye say, Wherefore? Because the Lord hath been witness between thee and the wife of thy youth, against whom thou hast dealt treacherously. Yet is she thy companion, and the wife of thy covenant, and did not he make one? Yet had he the residue of the Spirit. And wherefore one? That he might seek a godly seed. Therefore take heed to your spirit, and let none deal treacherously against the wife of his youth. For the Lord, the God of Israel, saith that he hateth putting away. For one covereth violence with his garment, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore take heed to your spirit, that ye deal not treacherously. Ye have wearied the Lord with your words. Yet ye say, Wherein have we wearied him? When ye say, Every one that doth evil is good in the sight of the Lord, and he delighteth in them. Or, Where is the God of judgment? Behold, I will send my messenger, and he shall prepare the way before me, and the Lord, whom ye seek, shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant, whom ye delight in. Behold, he shall come, saith the Lord of hosts. But who may abide the day of his coming? And who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire, and like fuller's soap. And he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver, and he shall purify the sons of Levi, and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness. Then shall the offering of Judah and Jerusalem be pleasant unto the Lord, as in the days of old, and as in former years. And I will come near to you to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers, and against the adulterers, and against false swearers, and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages, the widow and the fatherless, and that turn aside the stranger from his right, and fear not me, saith the Lord of hosts. For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Even from the days of your fathers ye are gone away from mine ordinances, and have not kept them. Return unto me, and I will return unto you, saith the Lord of hosts. But ye said, Wherein shall we return? Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, Wherein have we robbed thee? In tithes and offerings. Ye are cursed with a curse, for ye have robbed me, even this whole nation. Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in mine house, and prove me now herewith, saith the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven, and pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. And I will rebuke the devourer for your suckaches, and he shall not destroy the fruits of your ground, neither shall your vine cast her fruit before the time in the field, saith the Lord of hosts. And all nations shall call you blessed, for ye shall be a delightsome land, saith the Lord of hosts. Your words have been stout against me, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, What have we spoken so much against thee? Ye have said, It is vain to serve God, and what profit is it that we have kept his ordinance, and that we have walked mournfully before the Lord of hosts? And now we call the proud happy? Yea, they that work wickedness are set up. Yea, they that tempt God are even delivered. Then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened, and heard it, and a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord, and that thought upon his name. And they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels, and I will spare them, as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. Then shall ye return, and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth God and him that serveth him not. For, behold, the day cometh, that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. And ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, saith the Lord of hosts. Remember ye the law of Moses my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel, with the statutes and judgments. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse.